7-yard line. That's a great call. Two-play fake. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Poole, touchdown. Red flag.
3rd down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scadaboo. Scadaboo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Another Scadaboo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure. On this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. Today. This one the other way. It's still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it.
Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Hurt 3 right on the money.
Takes his shot for Colby. Flag out. Oops. There we are. Yes, what is up, all? Welcome into... Oh, that was a little loud. Welcome into, yes, Mike, what day is it? Hump Day, woo woo. Edition of Pitchfork Lunch. I am Michael Carasanudo. Yes, that's for Mama. As you guys know, I am Michael Carasanudo at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. Yeah, you can check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, the good old IG, as the kids call it. Yes, we can. You can check it out there, which again, absolutely awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Go to michael.carasanudo.5. You see my name there. Like I said, at Diablo00 on X, the artist window on Twitter, at michael.carasanudo.5, and the YouTube channel, guys. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel because, yes, watch live. I definitely want you to watch live. But subscribe and get all caught up because, just so you guys know, anything that you've missed, which you've missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews as we have here on Pitchfork Lunch, anything you may have missed, guess what? You can check out on YouTube. And so if you watch live, that's great. But while you're there, just click the subscribe button. Again, forks up to the new subscribers. Greatly appreciated. Let me know, man, hit me up. Send me some comments. What you think, any sports you think I'm missing, stuff I'm missing. Believe me, I might be. I'm not. I might not be, but I might be. So yes, we're getting to it. But yeah, go to YouTube and you see me. And you guys know how to get to YouTube. But it's my name is Michael Carasanudo, as you know. But it's at M as in Michael. My page V as in Victory, C as in Champ at MVC005 on YouTube, guys. And subscribe. Because, like I said, anything that you may have missed, guess what? It is there. And again, whether it be coaches, players, voices, insiders, all the good stuff. That is there. And an athletic director, a phenomenal athletic director who we will catch up with in December. I reminded you of that. Yeah, you can. It's all there on YouTube. So you can, and if you haven't been watching, again, I'm glad you're here now. You know that, forks up. But come on, a little bit of a bummer. Shame on you. But you can binge watch season 1 as you're still watching season 3 here. Binge watch season 2, and then just stay up to date on season 3. You'll be all caught up and ready to be raring to go for season 4. So that in and of itself, big fans of, as we all know. So yes, go to YouTube and subscribe away. Again, it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, Season Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. And like I said, subscribe away as but yeah, today it is going to be pretty cool because it is, as you guys know, you see the women's basketball shirt, Molly Miller here. Let me angle down just a little bit. There you go. See, look at that. Bam. Get the row going. That's right. Molly Miller definitely has absolutely, again, they're 2-0. They're headed to USD. They got USD in Santa Clara coming up. And that in and of itself, absolutely awesome. So yes, I'm very stoked about that. But again, shout out again, all Sun Devil stuff here. You see softball, you see regular ASU football. Again, the more I get, it will be here on Pitchfork Lunch. You guys know that. You guys love that. Absolutely awesome. So, but anyway, yes, volleyball though, Territorial Cup, guys, tomorrow night, DFA. I almost called it the old arena name. Wow. But DFA, they will be here. So, the team from down south will be up here. We already beat them in 4 on their court. Yes, they'll be fired up, just like BYU was. And we shall get to that. But yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. But speaking of volleyball, we are going to be talking to the two siblings on the team. Yes, that is again very, very awesome. Um, Jillian Neal, who's been here, and yes, Colby Neal, who is her older sister, who um, um, yes, that is her older sister who was at Oregon, did very well at Oregon, and is transferred here. But yeah, so they're going to join us, which is going to be absolutely awesome. And it looks like they are headed up. We're going to talk a little football first, but they are coming up. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, yes, Jillian and Colby will sit down with me. Hopefully, I do not get spiked on because it could happen. But we'll have that coming up here on Pitchfork Lunch. All right, we are back here, and look at that. Two most important people in the shot, and you're like, God, they look alike. They could be related. They are. They're sisters. It's so awesome. And she is returning to the show, Miss Jillian Neal. Thank you so much. Again, last year was so much fun.
Thank you.
Although my friends, like I told you, give me a lot of crap for asking you if I did ask her if Ron Burgundy and the news team showed up to the high school to watch them play. She got a kick out of it, but my friends were like, "You're a nerd." So anyway, we won't go down that road. But man, okay. So let's get to it, because this has been obviously a phenomenal year. But she hits the transfer portal, and you're like, come on, there's really nowhere else to go, right? I mean, did she have to talk you into it a lot, Colby? Were you like, you know what, I'm going to transfer, I'm going to come play with my little sister?
I mean, it was definitely in the back of my mind, but I just went in wanting to just see what's out there, because you never know what opportunity could arise. But just after, I guess, a while in the portal, and it's funny, people were like, why are you taking so long? I'm like, I don't know, but I just I need to come
by
here
people, you mean the one right now?
Basically, our entire family.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
But I mean, at the end of the day, obviously, I decided to come here, and it's the best decision ever. It was great.
Aww.
All right, so I know. Look, everybody talks about sibling rivalries, and gosh knows I talked about mine, because having older sisters, it didn't matter. I wanted to crush them in everything. But that being said, so it was your freshman year, right? When last year, the Pac-12, you go up to her school and beat them. So, okay, I got to ask you, as a sibling, yes, you want to beat them, but were you happy for your sister? I mean, you couldn't show it in the locker room, I'm sure, but were you happy for your sister?
I was, and I mean, we have our little cool. Like, let me get you. But at one point, I did throw a little L.
She did.
At her.
It was when I
But-
missed my serve, and then the next time I served, I got an ace. So
Yeah,
it
well,
helped.
she aced our libero, which, like, our libero was very, very good that year. And, like, I just was like, well, you got to be happy for her.
Yeah, I didn't know you did that until Kendall told me. So
Of course.
Yeah, because there was another player on the team who I won't bust sources, but was on the show saying that they had just come off the loss to Oregon State, and while they were warming up, they felt that there was some kind of just like really relaxed from the other side of the net, kind of just like very like it was going to be an easy game. Did you think they were going to be an easy game, and when they upset you? I mean, I don't want you to hit me. I'm just saying, like, this is what I heard from around the team, and not her.
No, I mean, I don't think we really thought it was going to be an easy game. Obviously, like, they were doing very well leading up to it. But, each team has their own problems, just like how you guys had a problem the game before. It happens.
exactly, it's about how you respond.
But okay, so I mean, I know because I talked to you obviously about this last year. Like, your mom was a softball player, your dad played football. Like, so when you guys get into volleyball, but because I didn't ask you this, did mom kind of maybe like try and push you towards her sport, towards softball?
Yes, she did. We never made it past like the T-ball stage though.
Well, I started after the T-ball stage, and
that's
that's
true.
why, because I didn't know how to hit the ball.
Oh,
She also would tell me that I didn't make it past the T-ball stage because all I cared about were like the little cheers we do, and then the snacks we get after the game.
when you're little, I mean, honestly, like,
Right.
there's really no coaching involved. Just hope the
Hope that
child
they'll
keeps their
enjoy it.
eye on the ball, and when they try and throw it out, it goes to the outfield and all around. Like, everybody
Yeah.
gets a good laugh.
It also didn't help that they put me at catcher, so
Oh,
I was like, I don't think this is for me. I
I
like it a little
remember
more
what I was.
fast-paced.
okay, especially if you don't want to play a position. Look at you. That's a great media trained you are, because I was going to lead into that next. Like, she is listed, your sister, as an outside hitter. I mean, they got to change it to Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
I mean, the libero jersey, playing outside, playing in the back row. Obviously, yes, because coach said he wants you to serve more. But now I know you're kidding around in the presser. You haven't played middle yet. And you said you're just waiting for her. Well, not waiting. If she does slip up, it's your position there too. You'll play that. But I mean, I said to coach, like, everything's a different. Like, yes, it's volleyball, but it's still a mindset. Whether you're outside, you're in the back, like you're wherever you are in the middle. Like, as you guys know, I'm overstating the obvious, but it's a different mindset. But like, being that Swiss Army knife, like, every day in practice, I guess, is almost, I kind of call it like 50 first dates. It's like a new day. Like, oh, I'll just do this today. But like, what's been the challenge in that for you, and what's been the fun in that for you to see her, like, obviously thrive all over the court?
I think probably the biggest challenge is just not knowing where I'm going to be playing for the practice. But I also find joy in it because I know the coaches trust me in any spot. And I really just appreciate like any court time I'm able to get. So whatever they tell me to do, I'm going to go do it and to my best ability. So that's what I really appreciate.
That's awesome.
So,
And we call her, we say she plays the Jill position, and she wears the Jill jersey.
Nice.
Because it's, like you said, like, she could go anywhere on the court. And everybody's always like, oh, yeah, she's got it. Like, she's just great at playing the whole game. And it's been really cool just because, like, her mindset going into things, like, obviously, yeah, it's different. It's nice to know and be prepared for
Right,
which one
yeah.
you have to
Right.
be in. But, like, she's just so good at switching into whatever it needs to be. And, like, she's just such an optimistic person, which is so funny. So, like, anything she's like, I'm going to do great. This is going to be great. Like, it's such a gift, and I wish I had it. But
I was going to say, so like, if it was coming to you, you would smile and coach and be like, of course I'll do it for the team. But when he walks away, you're like, are you kidding me? Like, this is not going to go well.
I'll be like, I'll do my best.
you're like, you know what?
But I kind of freak out when because I've been middle basically my entire career
Exactly.
since I was like 12. So it's like, if I got to do anything else, I'm like, I don't know how to play defense. I don't know
Even
how
just
to-
serving.
I'm like, me hit out of system, but she's got it all covered.
So she can help you out with that. That's awesome.
Exactly.
Well, and I think because when you transfer over, I was looking through stuff, but you played a little bit of hoops too, right? And did you play on the high school team, on your high school team?
I played high school. I did club basketball until high school.
Okay.
Because that was when I started to realize I think I wanted to play volleyball more.
Right.
But yeah, I played a lot of basketball.
So I was going to say, I mean, I don't want to say Coach Van Neal's not around. I mean, Coach Miller's been to a few games, and she maybe whispered to you, maybe, still a little bit after volleyball. She wants you to go really far, but after volleyball season, maybe, come play a little hoops, dust those cobwebs off.
I haven't heard any whispers of that, but
Okay, fair enough.
that was something that was in the talks at Oregon when I was back over there.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Very
because
nice.
they had a season where like they had a bunch of transfers and people graduating. They had like
Injuries too.
a bunch of injuries. They had like 2 people in the spring, so they were like,
Oh.
we need bodies. But my body was hurting pretty bad. I was
Yeah,
like,
you're like, sorry, I
Like,
just
I
came
can't.
I
off.
was like, season just ended.
Exactly. I came off a tough season myself. Sorry, coach. Like,
You're like, I want Christmas.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would be no. What? Okay, so obviously transfer coming. Coach has built. He talks about like like his vision. I know he's analytical, and you've been here since you were a freshman. But like with the transfer portal, and we talked about it last year. I mean, in every sport, like you might have to use it. There's going to be new players come in. But it just seems like everybody meshes like so easy, and it's like. I think of obviously, like setters getting used to like getting the ball to everybody because you and I talked about this last year too. Like it's one of those things where it's like people like it in the spot. And yeah, it's always not going to be perfect, but it's going to be in that area.
Mm-hmm.
But to extend that to the transfer portal, like I mean, welcoming players in, like how quick did it take? I mean, when your sister comes, I think that at least that's the easy one for you. But how quick does it take for this, like the team to gel and just like on the court? But I got to think it's equally important off the court.
It takes like pretty quickly, honestly, because our coaches, not only do they focus on like skill in the portal, but they also focus on who they are as a person, how they'll mesh with the players and with our culture and program. And so knowing that the people they bring in are already committed to our goals definitely helps us be able to establish those connections on and off the court.
It's also cool because just like having been in the portal myself and like I've been playing volleyball for about 10,000 years now.
Right.
But like the way that the portal is today, like you just come right in and you're like, I'm ready to kind of jump in and tackle this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely a lot more players who are wanting to do that. And a lot of the time now people are just coming in the off season. So that's that's where the development really happens.
Right.
So it's really cool when you get to have, like winter and spring with all of your people who are going to be coming in next year as new people on the roster. So that time is really, really crucial for just like developing as a team and meshing together.
Right. And I got to think getting to play, obviously, I know you guys play like a little spring schedule too, some matches and stuff like that. Well, but yeah, I mean, I got to say, Colby, why would it take you so long? Because I know about their awesome trip to Brazil. Like, how could you be like, okay, yeah, this is where I'm going. I don't really need to talk to anybody. Like, they got to go to Brazil. I mean, when you saw like pictures and stuff like that, were you a wee bit jealous?
Yeah, because I never got to do any sort of like foreign tour or anything. So I'm like, or like the spring in Hawaii. I'm
Okay,
like,
I got you a little gift when we were there.
She did. She got me a little necklace. So all is well.
All right. So I know like when the schedule like comes out, obviously like with rivalries and then look, things like I always say a zillion times, as you guys know, they become cliches because they're true. Like it is one game at a time. You're looking too far ahead or thinking too far ahead anyway. Like some team's probably going to come out and punch you in the mouth, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, what the hell just happened? But I mean, when the schedule comes out, obviously when you see it, like I mean, there's got to be a little circle, a little star for this team that's coming up here tomorrow. I don't like to say the name. I don't like I told her last year. You don't say anything bad about them because they don't need bulletin board material from you. I don't like them. I graduated from here, as you know. But like, I mean, is there kind of little circle, little star, like seeing when those games are, and it's like, okay, like we got business to do, but we cannot, wait to throttle the kitty.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the game with U of A is always super fun. I mean, there are rivals. We usually get a lot of fans.
Okay, real quick, I heard their crowd gets a little. I mean, they've been kind of like boisterous throughout the year, but I heard their crowd gets a little mean.
You see, their crowd they just like to say the same things, and
I thought it was weak.
yeah, I'm kind of
I've heard
weak.
worse.
Their band looked like "Where's Waldo," so I mean, it's hard to kind of take some things when they look like
Waldo.
a cartoon.
Yeah.
So.
And then obviously, I mean, when you played them, I mean, the first time like over at Mullet, but okay, looking at this season, we don't look back, but like I know it's like, tough because you guys have went literally from like hunting from when Coach Neal got here. I mean, obviously an awesome year last year at the Pac-12 and a very dominant conference going to the Big 12, win the Big 12 championship. But when you look at like, I mean, coming off obviously a tough loss like Iowa State, it is focused on the next game, but how much of that do you like carry with you and a little bit of like frustration? Because like I said, you guys went from the hunted to know that everybody, and you obviously you guys are on the court, see it every night. They're giving you their absolute best.
I mean, that's something we also talk about as a team, that no matter what we see on film, we're seeing how other teams doing. We just always have to expect their best because, like you said, they want to hunt us and they want to be the team to beat us. But we take losses like, we try to kind of forget about it, but we also take what we can learn from those matches to help us. for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and I also think that it's unrealistic to say that like, oh, you can just forget about the loss. Like, I think that that's like that sucked. I was upset.
Yeah.
But they're a great team, obviously,
Yeah.
and they showed us like what we
Mhm.
need to work on. And I think it was kind of a slap in the face. And the good that can come from that, though, is like I'd rather lose that game and figure out those things
Right.
than in the tournament
Yeah.
because it's a lot less forgiving when you get to that point.
And then BYU, that's a whole nother animal because their fans, like there's a lot of BYU base here, as you guys, saw it. It was, Coach talked about, but how awesome was it to hear the stand, like once they started chanting BYU, and usually like when ASU fans would do it, like it wouldn't drown it out, but like the ASU fan, like completely drown. I know you're concentrating on the court, but you got to hear that.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, it was awesome.
Yeah, I don't usually hear like the court at all, but that was fun because it was during like a challenge, so we're just kind of sitting there, and then I'm like, what's going on? So it feels really cool to have like a bunch of people, a crowd of people rallying behind you. That's awesome.
All right, so Bailey told me that you guys were like two of the funnier ones, on the team. You guys keep things light. Obviously, your sister comes in, so she did mention that. So are you guys like thinking to like stand up or maybe helping JJ out with like card tricks? You guys could take like a tour on the road.
I'm not really a stand-up kind of a person. I'm more of a just kind of has to happen.
All right.
More of a riffing.
And in terms of the card tricks, she's more the humbler.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
She'll humble him a little bit and be like, "Well, I didn't think that was cool." Just kind of.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
He hates doing card tricks because I'll be like, "Nice."
You're not impressed at all.
It's like when you see a little kid and they're like, "Watch me do this spin." I'm like, "That's great."
Yeah, you're like, I can do that spin too. But maybe you can't do the card trick. You can do the little kid spin. That's awesome. All right, tomorrow night, 6:30? 6:30? 7. Thank you. See, no, 6:30. Everybody be here early. Do not let that terrible school from down south feel comfortable or anything. That's just me saying that, none of them. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you, sister, so much. It is awesome. And we'll get Ron Burgundy here for you one day. I promise that. So, but we're going to step aside. We'll talk about this, the volleyball match, and all the stuff coming up this weekend here on Pitchfork Lunch. And we are back again, guys. Absolutely awesome. Again, both Colby and Jillian Neal. Yes, Colby, the older sister who was at Oregon. Yes, transferred down here. I had to get that question in about if she was, are you happy for your sister? Like, what's going on? But like, yeah, of course. Like, it's one of those things where how can yes, you want to win, but if it's a family member, I know all the things that was made of the Kelsey brothers. In the Super Bowl against each other. Obviously, they both play offense, so they never really, squared off against each other. But again, but yeah, just to get to know them. And the rival, it is tomorrow. Like, again, I don't want to say too much, but they are focused coaches. It is literally one game at a time. And they have, like I said, Arizona left, Colorado, UCF, Houston, Cincinnati, and West Virginia, I want to say. But it starts tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Get here at 6:30 at least. And the Territorial Cup, because they beat that team down south in 4 on their home court. So just like BYU, you know they're going to be fired up. You know the target's on their back. But like I said, they're the hunted, but they're still hunting, which is, again, absolutely awesome. So what 6:30 tomorrow night. And like Jillian said, I mean, it is awesome because, like I said, someday some matches she'll have the libero jersey on, which is just wearing the different color. For those of you that aren't the volleyball savants, and again, I apologize if you are, but come on, you got to be fair to everybody. Well, except the school down south. But so the libero wears a different color jersey because they play the back row, going to be your best defensive player. And at this level, I mean, it's almost like, splitting hairs on who it is. But the libero can play the back row, can attack in front of the 10-foot line. Doesn't, obviously, since they can't do that, can't play the front row, but obviously can serve. So, like, getting her serves in, she is an ace machine. Jillian, and I mean, Colby's actually dropped quite a few aces this year too. So, Coach Neal and his staff just have that, magic of pulling that out of teams. So that in and of itself, absolutely awesome. But yeah, Arizona, like I talked about, I mean, they obviously, yes, are behind the Devils in the Big 12 standings, as you know. As Arizona State, again, 11-1 in conference play, 20-3 overall, another 21 season. Coach hasn't won any less than amount of 20 games while he's been here. So yes, 20-3 overall, 6-0 in conference at home, 5-1 away. They've won 2 in a row. Texas Tech, BYU were the last 2 victims to come through here. But then they play. So tomorrow night. Obviously, the team down south is here. But then on Saturday, right, they play Colorado, and that's at 2:00. Well, actually, sorry, so it'll be 1:00 here. So 1:00 local time, they play Colorado in Boulder. So yeah, they play Wednesday night, get a little breath Thursday, hit the road to Colorado. Or they play Thursday, get a little breath Friday, hit the road to Colorado, play Saturday. And then on Wednesday of next week, they are at UCF. And then on Friday, they are at Houston. So on the way back from Florida, again, nice little, little plane trip, boom, up, down from UCF, which is in Orlando. Yes, thank you. To Houston. And then after that, they have Cincinnati and West Virginia here at DFA to wrap up the seasons, the November 26th and the 29th. So, yeah, that is absolutely awesome. That is Wednesday and Saturday, if I got that right. But yeah, I mean, again, I want you to meet them. Yes, we can talk volleyball. Again, the only X's and O's I talked is the Jill position. I love that. Coach says it's the Jill position. So, again, the only thing she has to do is play the middle now, which the middles have been doing very good. So I say that in jest, but guys, that's a phenomenal feat because a lot of people that have played a sport, yes, you might get territorial about a position, but also to play multiple positions and be good at it, and not just like, okay, you're out there, you can take up some, and then volleyball's not minutes, but say like basketball or football. I mean, even baseball to an extent, but I mean, you think of like, basketball, hockey, soccer, you're not just out there, okay, I can kind of play this position, I kind of can't, but that's that. So like that's why I asked about like the mindset, and it's just, and I kid around, I say it in jest, but it's almost like the 51st days, like just, okay, just come in and, this is what I'm doing today, like, and get at it. And I mean, Jillian Neal, again, her serving, as we know, is just absolutely monstrous. But again, to get, drop in some aces, to, get these kills. I mean, she had a season high 14 kills last year at West Virginia when Jelly Sear, who's on Coach Van Neal's staff, stuck around, which is awesome to have Jelly in the program still, was out. And yeah, they fed Jillian Neal. She's on the outside. And when Noemi Glover went down, I mean, it's just, man, went down. It was, she was, outside and hadn't, has done that before. Yes, is listed as an outside hitter, but yeah, I mean, it is absolutely awesome to see. And the team that beat Penn State, the defending national champs for their own season. And yeah, Penn State's not having the same kind of season. They're still in the top 25. They're still going to the tournament, and they're still going to be a headache to get out. That being said, the Devils, yeah, absolutely, are going to be a headache to get out. But yeah, I mean, it is, like I said, focusing on one game at a time, because again, you just can't you just can't expect, like, yeah, I said, you don't look ahead, but I mean, come on, that's why I had to ask you. You circle those rivalry games, and it is going to be loud in here. It is going to be awesome. 7 p.m. Game starts at 7, but again, 6:30. I suggest you be here, getting in your seats, getting having some popcorn, because tomorrow kicks off just an awesome, few days in DFA. Think about it. Territorial Cup volleyball tomorrow night with the 8th-ranked Sun Devils, looking to, again, I mean, you win tomorrow night. Like I said, you look at the standings. You win tomorrow night, and they would be 12-1. So, now, again, so with quite a few games left, but they've beaten Colorado once. They have to play Colorado. Wait, do they? Oh, yeah, they go to Colorado after. That's who they play Saturday. I did say that, right? It is Colorado. Yeah. So, I mean, they already beat Colorado up here in 4, back on October 10th. And then, yeah, so they're going there. They'll be there, a month and 5 days later. They play them again, like I said, in Boulder. But yeah, it'll be, you go Boulder, Orlando, Houston, and then finish out. The beautiful thing is you finish out in Tempe. So, but yeah, I mean, God, you look at, but yeah, they would be, like I said, 11 or 12-1. And, again, Kansas or Colorado loses, they go to 10-4. I mean, it's going to be pretty tough to, again, and you go play Colorado, so you can definitely end it for them and sweep them, as they swept BYU, looking to sweep Arizona. Who else? Let's see, because they started with Kansas and K-State, so they swept Utah. So yeah, they swept Utah. They only played Baylor. Well, they played Baylor the one time, but they swept Utah. They swept BYU. Yeah, they played TCU, Texas Tech, UCF, Houston, Cincinnati, West Virginia once. So, yeah, so they're looking to sweep Arizona. So, I mean, if they can do that, they would have swept Utah, BYU, and Arizona, and they're looking to sweep Colorado. There'll be 4 sweeps in this conference, and mostly all of those against ranked teams, my friends. So, yeah, look, it's going to be a fun tournament. They should be hosting. They got to take care of business. But, yes, so stoked for tomorrow's. I know you guys couldn't tell, right? You guys could not tell whatsoever at all. So, yeah. But, that's what I was going to say real quick. So, when we look at like I was saying, for Jillian or Colby Neal, kill wise, she is at 106, so she's over 100, and Jillian is right behind her at 60. Because you look at, like I said yesterday, Pelly Miller 278, Noemi Glover 277, Tatum Parrott 158, Kyla Presley at 112, Ella Lamagora, another middle, at 111, Colby Neal at 106, and then Jillian Neal with all she's done at 60. I mean, that's just, man. And then when we go to aces, Bailey Miller is leading there in the double. She has got 30, and she is up by 10 over Bryn Covell, who, again, playing a 6-2, playing two setters, mixing it up. That's just absolutely, again, but still dropping 20. And, again, she's on pace to at least do what she did last year, ace-wise. And then Sydney Henry, the other setter, she's got 16. Colby Neal, she's got 16. Tatum Parrott has 14. Ella Lewis has 11. Jillian Neal, I mean, she has 8. So, yeah, she led the team last year, but still, like, she can drop one at any time, it seems like. And, yeah, so, but, yeah, I mean, for, Colby Neal, like she said, I mean, you get 106 kills, 16 aces. Dig wise, I mean, she's got 27 as a middle. I mean, again, you're not going to have that many opportunities for digs, but still 27, very, very solid. And block wise, I mean, leading the team, 119. So 106 kills, 119 blocks. So, and again, I'm not saying all the in one spot, still 119 blocks to lead the team. Like, again, sisters playing together, you see their energy on the court together. Sibling rivalry, all kidding aside, it's one of those things where it's one of those things where, they but again, I mean, the team within the flow, like, they're on the court together, they can play together again. Like Coach Van Neal said, this team is legitimately, again, happy for each other. Where have we heard that from before? Coach Winkworth, like, yeah, of course. And Coach Van Neal said the same thing, that of course they want to be starting, but they are genuinely, truly happy for their teammates on the court, on the field, and, they're getting in. I mean, somebody like Piper Rama, with she has 3 aces. I mean, she's coming in, she's served a few, she's got 3 aces. And when we look at, the assists, I mean, Sydney Henry, running the 6-2, but sometimes, they went 5-1, 546 for her. But Bryn Covell comes in 364 for Bryn. So, man, this team is just so much fun to watch. I mean, I can try and say it in a zillion different ways, but I'm telling you, like, just technically sound. Coach Van Neal, I mean, they absolutely rock it. And, they make adjustments. BYU is a tough match, but they still won that in 4. So, I mean, it took 5 up in Provo. No surprise there. It took 4 here. It's just phenomenal team volleyball, and just, like, closer. And like they said, buying in, and Jill's like, I got you a gift from Brazil and Hawaii. Like, but, no, it's absolutely awesome. Like, and you see it, like I said, coming together quick, but it's like coming together off the court. So on the court, again, it just developed the repertoire and everything with your teammates. So again, stoked for this. 7 p.m. tomorrow night, guys. Desert Financial Arena. There's no excuse. There's nothing else to be doing. Yeah, whatever. There's Thursday night football. Great. Get here. Just be as loud as you can. I know the 9-4 crew 2 will be pumped to definitely hound Arizona while they're serving. See if they can, help maybe give it a little extra bump for give U of A serves a little extra bump, a little extra energy, and that sends the ball way long when they're down by the 9-4-2 crew. So it'll be electric in here, to overstate the obvious. So take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk a little football. West Virginia, guys, it's getting closer. 11 a.m. Saturday, going to be absolutely huge. I mean, again, and hey, you're going to be here Friday night for men's hoops for Gonzaga, for ASU Gonzaga, right? So again, that's tomorrow kicks off a phenomenal, fun Sun Devil weekend. So that's what I will say. We'll take a step aside real quick and talk a little football on the other side. All right, we are back here on Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratinito at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. As you guys know, check out the show live every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. My IG, michael.caratinito.5. YouTube. Again, it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube. And subscribe. Yeah, again, you missed a ton. So again, watch live on YouTube, but guys, do subscribe. But yeah, so again, football, like I said, West Virginia on Saturday at 11 a.m. That kickoff's at 11. So yeah, you probably want to get to the stadium about 10 o'clock anyway, right? Hey, a little early morning, a little early brunch in the parking lot, tailgates, whatever, man. It'll work out for you. It will work out for you. But yeah, I look right now when we look at the standings in the Big 12 for football. I mean, a lot of football left to be played. Yes, you guys understand that. Oh, by the way, well, yeah, let's get to that first. But but the standings in the Big 12 now. Texas Tech is up top, and they are 6-1 in conference. They're 9-1 overall. Who's their only loss to? That's right, Forks Up, baby. Forks Up. They came to Tempe, and neither team in that history of those two teams playing. And again, I've said it before, but when I talked about it the week of the game, yes, I know they haven't played a ton, but neither team has never won the other team's home field. And I mean, so I think it's what? I think like 7, 8 games. I'll let you know the exact number tomorrow, but again, I don't have that in my notes. So, but I know the fact that neither team has ever won the other team's home field. But yeah, they're 6-1. BYU, who they just beat, is 5-1. Cincinnati is also 5-1. And Cincinnati got blasted by, what was that, Utah? Yeah, they lost 45-14. I mean, they had lost their first game to their opener to Nebraska, and then they rattled off 7 in a row. So they were 7-1, and then they lost to Utah 45-14. And yeah, they had a bye last week. And now they take on that team. They host that team down south in Cincinnati. That kickoff is at 10 a.m. here. I mean, it's 12 in Cincinnati, but anyway, nonetheless, that kickoff is an early kick for Arizona. But if they somehow beat Cincinnati, and then we turn around and beat Arizona at the end of the year, again, that helps with one of the tiebreakers, giving Cincinnati a second loss. But then they have Arizona, BYU, and TCU. So look, Cincinnati could lose 3 in a row. And I need them to just drop one. If they're going to drop one, though, I prefer it to be to either Arizona or TCU, since in a tiebreaker that way with common opponents, ASU has a tiebreaker over Cincinnati. But, I mean, look, for the Devils, you have West Virginia, you have Colorado on the road, and then you come home for the team down south. But yeah, so Cincinnati's 5-1, Houston's 5-2. Utah's 4-2. Houston's on a bye this week, though. Wait, Houston is on a bye, right? Yeah, Houston's on a bye this week, so they got TCU next week. So, yeah, for Houston, again, they need one more loss. West Virginia did us a favor, gave them their first conference loss. So, if they lose to either TCU or Baylor, who ASU has beat both of those. So, I mean, the schedule from that standpoint could not line up any better here for Sun Devil Nation. Again, you got to take care of your business. I'm just saying, for us and talking about tiebreakers and the funness of it, there's 2 shots for Houston to lose, and I mean, they could lose both games. They could also win both games. I know that, but a split to me is more reasonable with those, in-state Texas rivalries. So yeah, TCU next week, and then Baylor the weekend after close out in Waco. They host TCU in Houston, so they're going from Dallas to Houston, but then Houston has to go from obviously there to Waco. So Houston's a team that could definitely we could definitely, again, lost to them, but they get one more loss. They got 3 losses. I mean, again, they just need one more. They got 3 losses. But yeah, Texas Tech. This is the thing. Pitchfork Lunchers. They have UCF and West Virginia after they just trounced BYU. So they have UCF this week, and then they close out at West Virginia, which, again, we know West Virginia put up points. Now, UCF here and there has been known to upset a team. And, I mean, you look at UCF this year. I mean, they were 1-6. They're 1-5 in conference play, 4-5 overall. I mean, so it's – yes, and they lost a little bit of talent from last year. I get that. But they can still – I mean, if you look at UCF, the Knights, I mean, last year I saw them on the field. Good God. But yeah, they beat Jackson State. They beat North Carolina A&T, and then they beat North Carolina after TCU opened up with North Carolina and whooped them. So North Carolina had a Big 12 non-con schedule, which I applaud them for, actually. I greatly applaud them. I know Bill Belichick's getting crushed, but yeah, they did beat UCF did beat them 34-9. So they won their first 3. Then they take on the Kansas schools. They lose to Kansas State 34-20. Kansas, they were in the game, but they lost 27-20. And then Cincinnati, they did defensively, they held them, but they only put up 11 points. It was 20-11 was the final there. Then they crushed West Virginia before West Virginia started to get on a roll, 45-13. But they turned around, though, and they lost to Baylor 30-3. And then a much better game. Probably should have beat Houston last week, just saying. But Houston wins on a late field goal, 30-27. So, yeah, they have Texas Tech. Then they have Oklahoma State, who they just absolutely trounce. And then, again, BYU. So, I mean, UCF, again, they can do people some favors. They can do ASU some favors. You beat Texas Tech, give them their second loss. Well, we get the tiebreaker with them going into next week. And then you beat Oklahoma State. And then you have to go to BYU. So you're at Texas Tech and at BYU. Probably much rather would have been at Oklahoma State home for one of those games. This season at least, right? But, sorry, Cowboys fans, I know it's been tough for you. I'm not trashing you. I'm just saying. So, that's what obviously that's what they have going on. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just maddening because, like you said, like UCF can definitely help. Texas Tech, BYU, beat one of them. So there's many of opportunities in tiebreakers because, again, between Texas Tech, BYU, well, Texas Tech will be in so far right now, and it looks like BYU. Wait, did BYU beat Cincy? No. Oh, no, BYU hasn't played Cincinnati yet. That's right. They lost to Texas Tech recently. Yeah, that was their one loss. They just lost to Texas Tech. ASU beat Texas Tech. So, again, like when you look, it's insane. I mean, it's maddening, and I sure like stats and analytical people, but like people that are crazy in stats love that. So, but yes, the Devils have to take care of West Virginia. You go to 5-2. Again, you got everything in front of you. Jeff Sims is your starting quarterback. He's getting more and more practice in. We saw what he did against Iowa State. AP National Player of the Week. Earned it. Deserved it because he earned it. Yeah, I mean, ASU is a 10.5-point favorite. So, I mean, yeah, they have confidence at home, and ASU's dropped the game to Houston, but then when turn around, went and run at Iowa State, who've been winning a lot at home. So that is where again, that is where they are at. And yeah, Friday. So Friday, I'll get into comparison, obviously, and they have West Virginia has a true freshman quarterback, by the way, too. So this will be interesting. And he's got, again, season's gone on. He's making plays. So we'll talk more about that defensively. We'll hear from Coach Jillian probably tomorrow, maybe Friday. We'll see. We'll see what we get. But that being said, so very stoked for again this matchup. Again, ASU, you win out, you control, but you put yourself in a position where you need help. But there's so many games scheduled right there the last 3 weeks that can help ASU. So I say go TCU, go Baylor. Do us all a favor. And West Virginia after this week against Texas Tech, do us a favor. But yeah, or UCF. Let's go UCF or West Virginia, when they play Texas Tech. It's just that time of year. Like I said last week, let the chaos begin. So, but Friday night, we're going to hit this a lot more tomorrow, too. We'll obviously get the Territorial Cup. Friday night, guys, men's hoops, my Pitchfork Lunchers. Gonzaga will be in this building. And last year, the Devils went toe-to-toe with them. Just remember that. Up in Spokane. It was an 8-point game, and that's it. So, and there was, it wasn't a blowout, and they made a late run, got some, late hoops to make it 8. No, they were going back and forth. Different team, as we know. This team's gelling, man. This will be a phenomenal test, though, to see how, again, barometer where you're at. I know Gonzaga just beat Creighton last night. So, yes, they will come in here Friday night, 9 p.m., guys, 9 p.m. and 11 a.m. football kickoff Saturday. Yes, college. That's what we're here for. Toga party. Anyway, but, yeah, so, hey, we're going to get out of here. That's going to do it. Big ups, big thanks to Sun Devil Volleyball's Colby and Jillian Neal. Yes, sisters, for joining, coming on Pitchfork Lunch. Obviously, Jillian coming back on Pitchfork Lunch again, giving that mojo. So again, forks up again. Thanks to Kimber for making that happen too, as well. Again, always greatly appreciated. But yeah, guys, I'll be ragging you all tomorrow. But get out here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. game. We'll be rolling. But get here at 6. Be here by 6:30 in your seats. Popcorn ready to go. Everything. And let's just push the Sun Devil Express to back towards that Big 12 championship station. You win in your first year and you go back to back, dude. We're not going to do that just yet, but there's volleyball to be played. So I will see you tomorrow. Again, same bat time, same bat channel. Have a phenomenal rest of your micro days at hump day. Woo, woo. Yep, that's for Mama. That's always for Mama, because she's still on most Wednesdays. I get that message, which is phenomenal. Love it. But yeah, have a phenomenal rest of your Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And yes, it is hashtag our state team down south. Just remember that, because the reigning Big 12 champs women's volleyball reminded me of that last year, and I had kind of forgotten. So yes, it is hashtag our state. And you guys know it. Go Devils. And as always, my Pitchfork Lunchers, forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Play fake. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Pool, touchdown. Quick flag.
3rd down and 5. Levis swings it to Scadaboo. Scadaboo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Scadaboo is the running back, and he is immediately met. The backfield runs through the contact and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Chuck this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.